Hello, and welcome to the Trophy Trust Podcast, a weekly podcast of PlayStation trophies. I'm your host, Dave Electronic, and joining me this week is Punish,
What's up, guys? Happy to be here.
TC,
Hey, what's up?
and Nomad Dragon.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Well, hello, guys. How have you been doing this week?
I'm doing pretty good. Just grinding away, trying to get more trophies, and that's about it, man.
That sounds good. What about you guys? Monik, TC, you've been doing good, right?
Yeah, I'm been doing good. Just grinding Battlefield 4 right now.
And you, Nomad, how have you been? Nomad?
Yeah, I've been great. I mean, I've been just hunting trophies as well as I beat Birth by Sleep, like the secret and final episode last night on Critical. So
Okay, so we can just easily...
that was pretty fun.
Yeah, so now we can just easily start in with what we've been playing this week. So let's see. Nomad, you were saying about Birth by Sleep?
Yeah, I beat it with Aqua last night on Critical, and then I beat the since I beat it with all three characters, I did the extra and secret episode. So that was pretty awesome. That was first time for me seeing it, actually.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Anything else you've been playing besides Birth by Sleep?
Yeah. Just a lot of easy platinums that are probably like under 5 hours for Trophy Hunting League. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so is that all you've been playing this week then?
Yep.
Oh, well, we can move on to TC over here. What have you been playing at TC?
Just easy games, actually. Completed Counter-Strike and MLB The Show demo with trophies. And then completed Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, you finally finished...
Oh, nice.
Oh, you finished Red Dead Redemption? Huh.
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, that's amazing. You already finished all the multiplayer trophies, so all you have to do is the single-player portion, right? Oh, that's nice.
No, everything's done.
Oh, you already got the platinum?
Hundo.
Oh.
Yeah, Hundo.
Oh, okay. I was just confused for a moment. I was like, you done with everything, but I thought you only done the multiplayer portion, but it says you already did everything.
Nah, I'm done with everything.
Oh, well. Is there anything else you've been playing besides that, or is that all?
I started Prototype 2.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. I almost vomited there. Prototype. Bad taste in my mouth.
Is that better than the first one?
Yes.
Yes. But it's just the name Prototype. Oh no. God, no. But enjoying that too, or?
Yeah, I kind of have a vibes of Infamous 2 and Saints Row 4 with it. It's kind of nice.
That sounds interesting. So no, I think is that everything you've been playing then? Just Prototype 2, Red Dead Redemption.
Currently, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we can move on to Punish. Punish, how have you been doing? What have you been playing?
No, I'm doing all right. Right now, I'm working on Blaze Blue Code Embryo, and it's a fun game, but it's frustrating at the same time. It's a 20 to 25 hour platinum, and you have to make multiple saves across the story. And it's a lot of saving and loading and saving and loading and saving and loading, and like I said, it's really fun. I really enjoy the story, but it's really frustrating as hell having to do all that.
Yeah.
And then I'm also when I'm grinding away at that, I'm playing Blaze Blue Central Fiction. So,
that's the new game, right? On PS4.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't planning on getting it, but I was going through the PlayStation sales, and it was like 70% off, and I was like, And I had just finished Lost Memories, So, and then when I was looking at the game in the sales, it was showing that Nomad was playing it. So I shot him a message, and I was like, "Nomad, how is this game?" And he's like, "Dude, it's really fun." So I went ahead and put it in my cart, and then I used my 20% off codes. So I got almost a brand new game for like $17.
Jeez.
And it was yeah, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. The battle system is really interesting. The story is really really good. It's kind of grindy with some of the smaller things you have to do, but I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, okay. Is that what you've been playing then, or I think that's not the only case?
No, I have a bunch of easy peasies I've been working on, and I'm going to probably complete two more. I'm hoping to complete two more today, as long as I finish up Code Embryo.
Okay. So yeah, and by the way, Code Embryo, is that the visual novel game?
Yes, it is. Yeah, Code Embryo and Lost Memories. They both have visual novels. I completed Lost Memories on PS3, and I'm doing Code Embryo on the Vita right now. I will probably stack Lost Memories on the Vita just because it's a really good story about S, and it's about 4 to 5 hours long as you answer all the quiz questions correctly. But I think this is going to be my only playthrough of Code Embryo because, like I said, it's a fun game, but it is really frustrating. So.
Okay, so I think that's everyone except me. So, yeah, I've been personally playing more Split Second thanks to TC here. I managed to get some of the actual MP trophies done. I'm almost halfway through. And I scratched your back too, so.
Yeah, I still need the giant killer though. So.
Yeah. We'll get to that when we. I think this week or maybe next week I can actually get it to you. Or maybe later after. I have to set up everything again, so. I actually like the multiplayer on Split Second, but geez, that's barren. And also, geez, the grinding is horrible. But I have not been playing much this week, honestly. I've mostly been focusing on more smaller titles, but at the same time, nothing noteworthy. So yeah, I think that concludes this section of the podcast. So. I think we should move on to the news section, guys. What do you guys think?
Sure. Sounds great to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So, our first topic of the day is that apparently a survey just popped on many people's emails saying something along the lines that Sony is trying to survey users on potential PSN name changes. Now, one of the more requested features of the PlayStation Network is the ability to change your profile name, because you couldn't do that on this system early on. So we managed to get it at another version, which is the real name system. What do you guys think about the name change? If a potential.
It's definitely interesting. I mean, it's a feature that a lot of people have wanted, even back to the PS3 days, and what ultimately boils down to, like me, I'm not going to use it. I enjoy my screen name. I want to have it stick with me until I'm probably at my grave. But a lot of people, from what I've ascertained from reading articles and things like that, and obviously also in our chats, but a lot of them made some silly screen names when they were a little bit younger, or when they first got their PS3 and they weren't too serious about it, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So this will definitely give them an opportunity to create a more permanent, I guess is the best word, more permanent screen name that they want to have.
Yeah, so. I agree with that. What about you two? I know Nomad has a permanent good screen name from early on, right?
Yeah, I love my name. I'm not changing it ever. I'm the same with Punish. I'm taking it to my grave, like.
And I know Totally Crush as well. TCR as well has a good screen name.
Yeah, I've had it from like 2008 on Xbox Live, so I really don't need to change it, but all I would change is the T to a capital. So
Oh, okay. Just one
Yeah.
misspelling. Okay.
yeah, but I mean you can change your name in XBL and Steam and
Yeah.
other platforms. So why can't Sony do that too? I don't know.
I like to think that it's mostly because some multiplayer games are tied to your screen name and not necessarily your
Yeah.
account. I think that's the
Yeah.
one of them. But I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
mean, also they've also stated with some security concerns too. But I mean, here's the thing: is as long as you're still using the same email or the same login, your username ultimately shouldn't
Yeah.
be a security risk, honestly. So, but I digress.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, yeah, I
mind-
just hope they charge for it because I don't want people to do it all the time, like on Steam where you never know who's who, like on your friends list.
Yeah.
I think Xbox Live has a grace period for the name changes too. I think it's like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh,
like
okay.
you can change it for free once, and then you have to pay like
Yeah.
$5, and then a cooldown period right after.
I don't think it's $5. I think it's just 80 cents or something.
Oh,
What? I thought it was $15.
that.
Yeah, see,
no,
I
no,
thought- Yeah, last time I looked at it, it was like 15. I thought.
Ah, okay. That is a weird pricing, honestly. But
I don't remember it being too expensive though.
Hmm.
But then again, I played Xbox like 2008 to 2010.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had an Xbox One. I'm pretty sure that's what they charge.
Right.
Well, is that everything you want to say before we move on to the next news article?
Yeah, I think that covers.
Yeah. Okay, so TC, you mentioned you were playing Red Dead Redemption. Are you doing this to hype up the fact that you're gonna play Red Dead Redemption 2 later this year?
I guess, but I'm not too hyped about Red Dead Redemption 2. Really, after the leaks and shit, I'm not too hyped about it.
Yeah, which is what the next news article will be on Red Dead Redemption 2. Just got some leaked documents mentioning Battle Royale and first person mode apparently being one of the most talked about things.
Oh my goodness.
Now, so apparently these documents mention two characters that will be collaborating with the main protagonist of the game, as well as some new game modes on Red Dead Redemption 2 Online, which was bound to happen, honestly. Which features Battle Royale, Revive and Survive, and Money Grab game modes at the moment, with what appears to be a first-person mode, just like GTA 5, included in one of the recent patches with the PS4 and Xbox One and PC games ports. So, what do you guys think about this news?
I think that's stupid. I really do. Look, listen. I believe Rockstar is an amazing studio. I think they've put out some awesome games, but this whole emphasis on games have to have a serious multiplayer list in order to be successful. It just pisses me off. It really does. Red Dead Redemption 2 would be successful without multiplayer. We saw how great the first one was. Now, granted, I'm not getting hyped about this game. I'm really not, but I think it boggles my mind that all these studios are coming out saying, "Oh, well, you're going to have a nice 5-hour to 6-hour single player campaign, but the multiplayer is going to be awesome." And it's just like it gives me a damn headache. It gives me a freaking headache when I hear this. When I hear news like this.
And the battle royale at that.
So there are multiplayer games out there that are amazing. You have you have your Destinies, you have your Fortnite, you have your PlayerUnknown, you have games like that. those games are successful because they work off of one business plan. That's multiplayer. Keep a single player. Now, it's okay for a single player game to have multiplayer on it. It makes it a little bit more enjoyable, but at the same time, don't turn your back on the single player campaign to focus more on multiplayer, because guess what? We've seen multiple games like that try to do it and they failed. And not only did they failed hard. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, the most recent one was Star Wars. We're not going to get into that because we've already discussed it multiple times on this podcast, but I just wish they would stop doing this.
Yeah. Anyone wants to put their 2 cents on the news, or is that all you want to say about this?
Well, you said that they had other characters too for the single player. This sounds like a thing that they have been done since GTA 4.
Yeah, it says
GTA 5.
GTA 4. If you think about it.
No, GTA 4. I think he's correct. GTA 4 had the 2 DLCs. Ballad of Gay Tony, and what was the other one? I'm trying to forget the other one. It's Ballad of Gay Tony, and the other one was...
It was the biker one. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, the biker one. Yeah.
Yeah, the biker one. I think Lost in the Dam. I think that was the other one. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 2 characters are gonna be helping the main protagonist, and so it seems that maybe
I don't know. I wanna.
Yeah, we're possibly maybe gonna have multiple characters at the same time playing. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they didn't do that with Max Payne 3 or LA Noire, but GTA 4, GTA 5, and now it seems Red Dead Redemption 2 will have multiple main characters.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's good. Like, you get more perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Nomad, you thinking about doing? What do you think about this? Or is that all you want to say before we move on to the next one?
I'm good. I mean, everyone said a lot of what I said. I mean.
Oh well. So the next news we got is the new Crash game that's coming out on 2019. Remember?
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. So apparently the success of the new Insane trilogy caught the attention of Activision, and rightly so, because we're now gonna get a new game coming fairly next year. So I'm actually interested in what they're gonna do. People are saying that it's mostly like a port of Crash Team Racing, but they specifically say that it's gonna be another game in 2019. So yeah. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I haven't played the Insane. I own the Insane trilogy. I haven't played it yet. It's actually still in its original wrapping right now. It's going to be awesome that we're going to get a brand new redone Crash Bandicoot game. I mean, I played them a lot as a kid, but at the same time, I'm kind of more excited about other games coming out at the moment. So
yeah,
that will be put up. That one's going to be put on the back burner for me.
What about you guys? Anything you want to add up with Crash Bandicoot?
No, not really. Not my thing anymore.
I mean, I'll buy it, but I probably won't buy it new. Like, not on release.
Oh well. This was a small story I wanted to add up to the discussion, but hey, let's talk about something else. So, before I actually go to this news, well, I just want to get to the other stuff real quick. Blue Point Games are trying
You're skipping my favorite part, Beck.
Shut up. We're gonna get to it. Blue Point Games are working on a remake right after Shadow of the Colossus just ended, so that's gonna be interesting. Any theories on what potential classics they're gonna mention? Because we got Medieval coming out fairly soon.
I honestly have no idea what game they possibly might be pushing out. So I was trying to look over the list of potential games, but I couldn't figure anything out.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say. I wouldn't mind if they were going for maybe a how should I say, a Metal Gear Solid one or something of the sort, something that interesting to see. Yeah. You guys got any theories before we move on to the next one?
Interesting remake would be Gran Turismo.
The first one?
Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
maybe bundled with a second one too. That would be actually interesting. No one has done that.
I didn't think of that one, honestly. I never go back to the Gran Turismo games and say maybe this will work. But yeah.
Well, I think Gran Turismo 1 or 2 is one of the best-selling games on PS1, so that's a possibility.
Yeah, since the PS4 is mostly for PS1 and PS2 games, maybe we can go back to those.
Because I'm thinking of some PS1 titles, and other than just NGS, I really can't say.
I mean, you got maybe
So Gran Turismo would be cool.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, that's on the work, so.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's in the works. So it's very hard.
Maybe Tekken. Maybe
Tekken.
Yeah.
Huh. That's another interesting one.
Or Ace Combat, as they're releasing Ace Combat 7 too.
I mean, I'm not sure.
There's a few.
Nomad, you want to put your...
There's too many remasters as there is. So.
Yeah, there is too many
My opinion.
remasters. But it's gonna be interesting to see more remasters at the moment. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
No.
No, okay.
No,
So, God of War is coming out on 420 for hilarious reasons. And we got a news article this week saying that God of War will have optional boss fights to implement. This is a first for God of War games because we never get like a optional thing we can actually do in the game. Everything is basically can be done in a very linear fashion. So what do you guys think about optional boss fights? What do you guys think what might be optional boss fights in this game, giving the more linear nature of the game?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I'm glad to see they're doing some diverse things because I'm honestly like still burnt out on God of War. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna play it right away.
Burnout?
But that's just my opinion.
Burnout in the sense that you've played all the games at the moment, or?
Yeah, and I played 3. I did the remaster. Like, I did both plats, like PS3 and PS4.
Ew. That must have taken a toll for you. Even though that's an easy platinum, but yeah, that I can.
Well, yeah, it's really easy because I use the Titan glitch.
Yeah, I think everybody here has done the Titan glitch at some point. But what do you guys think about the?
I haven't.
What do you guys think about the optional stuff? Because this is something. Besides, I don't recall an optional thing on the original God of War games. Besides maybe the costumes that.
No, they weren't. Yeah, there wasn't really any optional bosses. All the bosses you had to fight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is an interesting turn. It'll definitely make kind of makes God of War less linear and more open. Gives you more options. So, I'm definitely interested to see how the game turns out, especially with the most recent trailer. So.
Yeah. And also, I want to see how they'll do it because. How do you introduce optional boss fights and how do you prevent them? How do you signpost them in a more linear type of game? Or are they going to redesign
it's just going to be more... I think it'll just be more exploration, really. Going off the beaten path, so to speak. Instead of just moving forward continuously, you might want to take, hey, well, here's a side quest, or, if you want to get into if you want this weapon, you have to defeat this optional boss.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe they can put it like that. So, TC, got anything to add up before we move on to the next one, which is a quick.
No,
Okay, so
got nothing on God of War.
Okay, so the other one we got is Far Cry 3. Is not a remaster, but rather a port of the original Far Cry 3. This is interesting to see because we never see. We originally got like a port of what was the other Ubisoft game that got released? Stick of Truth, that got like a new HD remaster on the PS4. Now we got Far Cry 3 coming out.
Rogue is getting it too.
Yeah. This is just semantics, pretty much.
Yep. But you know,
Because is Last of Us remaster a remaster?
True. But the thing
Yeah.
is,
Wait, so does Far Cry 3 have a different trophy list?
that's the thing. Maybe because the Far Cry 3 on
Because-
PS3 has co-op, right?
Yeah.
And
And they say
Oh,
that
dude, I
it
would
doesn't
totally
have
do it.
online.
yep. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, so
do it,
it'll probably be a different trophy this then.
Yeah.
So not another Okami
Oh, right.
situation.
Yeah, because Okami, while it's a good game that everybody should play at least once, that game
Yeah.
did not have like multiple trophy sets, so yep, we couldn't stack them. But given the platinum, in order to get the platinum on PS3, you're required to get the co-op trophies. We're gonna probably see another separate trophy list to say Far Cry Classic, like that. So, yeah, I think that's about it on that. So, just two more, and that's it. The other one is the announcement that we got the 5.50 update. We got more details on that. Now we can get custom wallpapers via USB. New parental features so that you can actually see how much time you've been playing in those games. Library changes so that you can filter between PS Plus games and what games do you actually own, and demos and so on and so forth, with some more notification improvements that we actually talked about last week. What do you guys think about these new updates on PS4?
I think they're pretty cool. I think it's awesome that Sony's continuously adding on more features. They're listening to their player base. I mean, the one thing I'm excited for is the custom wallpaper. I used to do it all the time on my PS3, and it's going to actually be nice to be able to do it on my PS4 as well.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, doing like a custom wallpaper on the background and have like a certain piece of music, like maybe have a piece of music that goes in a theme, but you don't like the wallpaper. Maybe we'll actually get that option now. So yeah, I think that sums it up. DC, you got any 2 cents to put into this, or?
I definitely like the library changes that I can separate PS Plus games from it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the putting games on PS Plus differently than the actual games themselves would help a lot for people to say, okay, so these are the games I actually own. These are the games I have on PS Plus. So when the PS Plus subscription ends, I know what games I can play and which ones I can't. Not because I have a lock, but because there's like a different folder for PS Plus and the library itself. Yeah, I agree with that. Anything else you want to add up before we move on to the last topic of the day, which I know both of you are excited to see?
I'm ready for this topic.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Sure, okay. The last story, which came out actually this morning, was that Kingdom Hearts just got a new trailer, and it's fucking beautiful. Okay.
Oh yes, it is.
do you actually want to say spoilers about the game itself, or do you just want to talk about the game overall?
We can just talk about the trailer and the game overall.
Okay, yeah, sure. The first thing that we see in that fucking trailer is actually a conversation following more confirmation that we got 2 new worlds coming up, which is the Monsters Incorporated one and the Tangled one. And additionally, we got more. We got to see more of the attacks, summons with Ariel, and what was the other one? Bigger and better boss fights are gonna happen on the Toy Story one, among others. What do you guys think?
Dude, and the Sherlocks were awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
yeah, I was screaming. I was like, yes.
Dude, I watched the trailer 3 times in a row, like back to back to back. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was. I woke up this morning and like 15 people in Discord had tagged me, and then I had like 20 notifications on Twitter. They're like, "Look at this! Look!" I'm like, "Mother of God, yes!"
I can't wait to play it in 4K. Oh my gosh!
Oh, the character design, the music, the gameplay, everything looks absolutely amazing. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. At the very end of the trailer, it said coming 2018. So all you haters out there, all you haters that are saying no, it's not coming out until 2019, 2020. Well, guess what? It's coming out in 2018. And I can guarantee you we'll get the official release date on E3. We'll get the official release date.
Actually, we are gonna get the official release date on E3. That was the other thing that came out of this later today. That the E3 trailer, the next trailer will reveal the actual release date of the game, which people are betting, which is around the fall/winter time. So yeah, holiday season.
Well, and here's the thing: is that Nomad can back me up here because we've had conversations about this. I told everybody in Discord, I was like, D23, we will get a trailer saying it's being released in 2018, and I said, and I followed that up with saying it will be released. The official release date will be at E3. I was like, I even bet money on it.
Hey,
real money on it.
Yeah, man.
Do you actually wanna say to the audience what the bet is, just to solidify this more?
No.
Hammer this down even more.
Oh no.
No? Okay.
No. I'm not going to.
There was no bet.
There is no bet.
I called it from the beginning of January. I was confident in my guessing abilities. I said D23 and I said E3, and then I was like, by the end of the year, probably November, we will get Kingdom Hearts 3. So I will raise my hands up in the air and say I did that. I might not be able to do it with another game, but damn it, I called it on this one.
Okay, now this is the other thing. I love everything in this trailer. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's, how should I say this, what we've been waiting for in a Kingdom Hearts game. My question is, are you guys excited that we're not gonna go to Atlantis anymore?
Oh God, don't even get me started on that. Yeah. There's two things I don't want in this game. And here's the thing, I love Kingdom Hearts. I really do. But there's 2 of them I don't want to do. I don't want to do Atlantis, and I don't want to do Winnie the Pooh again.
Oh,
dude, those are the 2 I was gonna say. So funny.
Those 2 levels drive me insane, absolutely insane. I don't want to sing and dance. I don't want to look for honeypots. I don't want to hit bees or any shit like that. I want to kill Heartless. I want to kill nobodies. I want some damn good music. That's what I want.
Kill Marluxia.
Now looking at the trailer again, having that fresh in my memory, I love how they're gonna incorporate the Monsters Incorporated world, which just transforms Sora into like monsters, and they integrate the plot of Boo in the actual like factory, and you can like see the entire facility. Awesome. Like, it's so goddamn gorgeous. It's like you can grind on the top of the the doors as they're moving, and it's like, wow, someone put a lot of work into this. Like, jeez, I'm excited for this game.
That reminded me of Ratchet and Clank right there when that happened. When he did that, I was just like, yes, that was like my favorite part in Ratchet and Clank.
Yep. It's like grinding on top of them, and you can actually see them like move dynamically like they did in most of the new games, which are Dream Drop Distance, which had like the best movement system ever.
Well, it's interesting too.
Skating on the ground. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that you pointed out Dream Drop Distance, because there's a small 2 to 3 second window inside the trailer that shows him summoning certain Heartless, and I'm wondering if they're incorporating some of the battle system from Dream Drop Distance into Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, I don't think so. They're not gonna bring up the Dream Eaters. I think it's just gonna be a move with the actual Dream Eaters as a reference. That's it. Like, possibly, because I'm gonna put a pin on this. When we saw Ariel come out of the summoning, I feel like Sora is gonna use his arsenal of moves based off his experiences on other worlds during the Kingdom Hearts games as references. I think that's how it's gonna work.
It's an interesting assessment.
Yeah, because I can't.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I can't see something other than that, because I don't want to revisit older worlds. I want new ones, and so far we're getting those. We already got four confirmed.
I do want to do. I want Tron though. I'll put that out there. I want Tron.
I also want Tron.
Oh, I'm not on your team on that one.
Oh, come on, man.
I actually like the Tron worlds in both Kingdom Hearts 2 and Dream Drop Distance. Both of them were great. I don't know what you're talking about. I like being in the grid doing the disc battle.
It was fun, but
also neon colored keyblades. Come on.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add up? I know, TC, you're not a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I think you can't put much into this. But
yeah, it's not my thing.
No. And even if you tried, I think you'll be just breaking your skull trying to get the platinum on that game, because jeez.
Yeah, I've tried. I failed. I gave up.
But yeah, seeing as you both are the bigger Kingdom Hearts fans than I am, what do you guys think overall? Just before we move on to the next section of the podcast.
Go ahead, Nomad. I'll go after you, man.
It just increased my hype by like 200%. Like, honestly, I'm just so excited, and I mean, I'm gonna buy a PS4 Pro and 4K TV all for Kingdom Hearts 3. So I'm hoping they announce like a bundle with the Pro, because that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Or I mean, if my system dies before then, I'll buy one.
Well, you don't have to worry, because the new update on 5.50 actually allows you to get 4K resolution on a 1080p screen. Remember that. So
okay.
Yeah, so you don't actually have to get a 4K TV. But if you want to,
But
I don't blame you.
It's not true 4K though.
Yeah, that's upscaled. It's not
That's
native.
upscale. Yep.
Okay, gay. Okay. I give up. It's
There's a
not
difference.
true. It's not true 4K. Fine. Okay, so Punish, you're gonna end off with what?
Yeah, I'm very excited for this game. I hope everybody listening in, I'm not going to push Kingdom Hearts down your throat or anything like that, but watch the trailer. It's a beautiful trailer. They also have a separate trailer for the music, which I think is just amazing, by the way, also, because we've never had a game trailer come out just for the music before. I think that was, an awesome kind of little bit of side thing they did there. But just bouncing off what Nomad said, if they have a bundled Pro with Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to be picking that up. I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 forever now. And I'm just seeing that trailer. I've had faith. Let's just put it that way. I've had faith that this game was going to come out soon, and that trailer coming out just restored that faith, and it made me so excited for it. I really can't wait. And I'm just overall, I was really hyped up for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I really want that to come out too, but I think Kingdom Hearts 3 has taken the lead, and that's my most anticipated game right now is Kingdom Hearts 3.
I know what 2 words that can actually make your dreams just skyrocket down. Persona 5 trailer 2014. There you go. There you go. That's how you that's how you make someone just regret everything. But I'm excited to see what release trailer they're actually gonna put on, because money's down the line, and you gotta do something to go after. So be happy that you got your trailer on this time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the thing too. I'm just want to add on to how money is on the line. You can always gauge when a game is going to be released based off of the developer's stock market value. When it remains steady, or it just jumps up a couple points or lowers a couple points, you're not looking at a big game release very soon. But the second they're about to announce the trailer or pre-orders and everything like that, their share prices skyrocket all the freaking time. So if you guys are ever wanting to try to figure out when your favorite studio is going to be releasing a new game, that is one way to actually pinpoint when your new game is going to be coming out.
Pro life tips with Punish. There you go. Well, that's a good way to end today's news section. So let's move on to our more favorite section, which is our unique section of the podcast, which is the Tricky Trophy section. Now, if you're unaware or don't know what the Tricky Trophy section is, we basically take a look back at our library of trophies that we have collected throughout the years, and we pick one of them specifically to talk about, so we can actually input our anger, our experiences, and anecdotes on those trophies. So, any one of you want to start off with their tricky trophies? Has everybody have them? Yeah?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Nomad, you okay with the tricky trophies? Nomad?
Wait, no, hey, I'll go last. I'll go last.
You go last? Okay, sure, I'll let you go last. So, since TC's debut here, so let's have him.
Monica.
Shut up! It's TC for this episode. TC only. Okay, so let's start off with you. What you got on us for your tricky trophy? Because you have a huge experience with the boosting section. So, what do you got?
Yeah. I got a They See Me Baggin' on Payday 2 PS3 version.
Okay. What does that entail?
So, hold on. I gotta pull it up now. God damn it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Came unprepared.
We caught you with your pants down. Come on, spill the beans.
Yeah. Alright. Trophy description is on the garage escape, get away with 8 bags. Now,
okay.
It sounds easy, but garage escape and escapes anyway are RNG based. So there's only 2 heists that will give you 8 bags easy and the garage escape. You start on whatever's the meth cooking heist. You do 6 bags in the first day cooking meth, and then you escape.
Okay.
Well, you leave the day, and you might get an escape scenario or not. You really want to get an escape scenario on day one also, but you don't want it to be garage escape. So let's say you move on from there. The day two is you have to do a deal, but for this trophy you won't do the deal. You're just going to steal 2 bags of money, so you have 8 in total of the bags. And then you escape from that day two, and now you hope that the garage escape scenario pops up.
Okay.
Now, this is so RNG heavy that we did this 4 days straight, and we didn't get it.
Wait.
Until like
four real time days or
4 real days.
Jeez. Okay.
Dang.
And some have good luck or good RNG with it. They get it like their second try or third try. We tried for 4 days to get this one goddamn trophy.
Was it worth it at the very end of the day?
Definitely. I got my fucking platinum from it.
But yeah, RNG based.
And it's
huh?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's it's 3% trophy from rarity, and the platinum is 2% because there's 2 RNG trophies. So
Okay.
this is the other one of them.
Okay. So, is that all you want to say before we move on to the next person?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So, Punish, what you got for us this week?
I went ahead and went to do something recent, and that's Blaze Blue Code Embryo. And there is a trophy to where you have to watch all the scenes from the game. And it is, and this goes back to what I said at the beginning of the podcast. It's a really fun game, but it is a pain in the ass because, and for those of you that don't know, that haven't played it, certain scenes unlock in the game depending on if you read a newspaper article or if you read a news article on your phone. And if you read the article, one scene will happen. However, if you don't read the article, another scene will happen. A different scene will happen. So in order to actually pop this trophy, you actually have to save literally after every single section. You have to save it, choose an article, watch the scene, and then you have to load up the article, choose not to read it to watch the scene. And you have to do this through the entire story. And I finally got it to pop like shortly before we jumped on the podcast, and I'm 17, 18 hours into the game, and probably 15 hours of that is me saving and loading the freaking story.
Okay.
So luckily there's a skip button, so you can skip through all the dialogue and not have to watch it over and over and over again. But at the same time, like I said, I enjoyed the game, but I think it's kind of stupid that they put a trophy like that in here to where you have to constantly do that. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, based off the backstory of the game, I get it because the premise of the story is that different events can happen at different times due to players' choices, and you'll see that across all the Blaze Blue games. Mm-hmm. But I think this one's kind of stupid to where it's all dependent off of reading an article. If you finished off a character this way, or if you decided to romance this character or something along those lines, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would have a lot more fun with it. But just because I read a stupid newspaper article, I mean, really? It kind of boggled my mind for a little bit and kind of made me really frustrated too. But anyways, I digress. Pain in the ass trophy. I'm glad I got it out of the way, and hopefully I'll be able to finish the last playthrough by the end of the day.
Okay, so is that your tricky trophy then? Nomad, you ready or?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
Yeah, I got one now.
Okay, so what's your tricky trophy of this week? For this week?
All right. So mine comes from the Tom Clancy's The Division.
Okay.
I platinumed it back in October. But there's like a PvP area, and then there's like the PvE area, like for the campaign.
Okay.
So there's a trophy for the PvP area where you have to extract an item from all extraction zones in like Dark Zone 1 through 6. And it's an area where you can go in with up to like 3 of your friends, and you basically can like get various items to drop, and then you can turn rogue and kill other people and steal their items. So I like, it's not that tricky if you have people with you, but I was by myself. So I was like, basically had to go to each zone and extract something, and you have to wait for like 3 to 5 minutes while the helicopter comes in. And basically, like, it's just, I would always get bum rushed right at the end by like 2 or 3 people like that were just killing everyone. And it was the worst time, because then you'd have to spawn back, go kill some enemies to find another item to like extract again.
Wow.
And you just have to keep waiting. Yeah, and like as you go farther in the dark zone, like the enemies just like are harder and harder and harder.
And what's the trophy itself? It's a gold, silver?
It's a bronze.
What? That's a bronze? That's a bronze?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh well, yeah, I've seen some...
I mean, it's easy when you have friends, but by yourself it just sucks. But like, I got lucky because I was doing it at like 3 a.m, and like I found like 4 dark zones in a row that nobody ever bothered me. Like, it was just sweet.
Yeah, I can imagine your reaction saying like, yes, finally, RNG has blessed
because there was
me.
a time where I extracted like and got bum rushed by 4 guys like 10 times in a row. It was so annoying.
So what you gotta say to our audience is, whenever you get to that point, go to the hour that least people are playing and get that trophy. I think that's
yeah, definitely. Or have friends to back you up.
Yep, I think that's a good recommendation for us all. So I think that's everyone except me. So back to me, I guess. My tricky trophy comes in the form of Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time. Now, the game is easy to 100%, but I had a certain problem with one of the trophies themselves, and the trophy is called the Samaritan, which is completing all the space missions, which are optional, throughout the whole game. Now, the problem with this trophy is, my personal anecdote is, when I played it on the first, it was a borrowed copy from a friend back in 2010, and I played that game nonstop during the month of February. Now, was this interesting? I beat the game, got almost every single trophy, and I was trying to get this one back in 2010, and I couldn't get it for some reason, and I thought, okay, that's weird. I'll probably play that again once I get a copy for myself, because I had to deliver the game right after I beat it, and so I did, and I didn't buy the game until like 2014, which I managed to get a copy of the game full disc for like maybe $10, which were worth it because I actually liked the game and managed to get the platinum on that game. And the Samaritan rings a bell because this one glitches, and I didn't know this at the time, glitches when you obtain the Rhino right before completing all of the missions. And apparently there, in the patch that got the game got patched, there is a way to go back and redo all the missions in before you actually get the rhino. And so when I did it the first time, I had the rhino with me to clear up all the missions in one go, but apparently that didn't count as the trophy. So I had to wait 4 years until I can manage to get this platinum. And that's how difficult that strenuous that was, just trying to get this last silver trophy out of the way. So I think that's everyone's tricky trophies. So I think we have time to maybe read like one or two anecdotes, right? What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. What do you guys Nomad? TC? What do you guys think about reading some anecdotes from the chat itself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we already rate these. Okay. So this is from Unlucky13 saying this trophy itself called Chocobo Rider Trophy from Final Fantasy X. He says this trophy is without a doubt the most infuriating trophy I've ever earned. Final Fantasy X was my gateway into the Final Fantasy series. I've played it over a decade, completing 4 separate playthroughs, with my most recent playthrough on the PS4 is the only time I've ever cleared that stupid minigame with a perfect time. You have to control a very clunky, oversized bird across a vast plain with invisible borders and have to pick up balloons that will knock the 3 seconds off your time while simultaneously dodging seagulls that will beeline straight at you and add 3 seconds to your time. What the hell? Plus, an additional second or two for the stun if they hit you. That would be enough to drive a sane man to insanity. But the Chocobo is the most unstable riding experience ever, and you cannot restart the mission even if you know from the beginning that is a bust. Oh shit. So the Chocobo is basically a mind of its own, and even if you aren't a trophy enthusiast, you still want that trophy because completing the minigame with a time of 0 seconds unlocks a crucial piece for the sexual protagonist's ultimate weapon, Square Enix and their minigames. Now eyeballing to Final Fantasy XIV jump ropey trophy with some apprehension.
That's Final Fantasy 9.
Final Fantasy 9,
sorry. 9. Why did I read 14? Honestly, I can't say that I want to play Final Fantasy X, but I don't. Punish, you were laughing at the very start. Do you got any beef?
Yeah, I feel his pain. That trophy is pain in the ass. Now on the PS4, I haven't earned it, but I did do it on the PS2, and the reason that you have to do it is, like he said, it's a crucial piece for the protagonist's ultimate weapon, and it is a giant pain in the ass. Words can't describe how infuriating that trophy is, or how not the trophy, but the task to actually complete that. Square Enix, damn it, you guys make some great games, but you also make some of the most ridiculous mini games in the world. I'll end with that right there.
Didn't they make a card game out of one of the Final Fantasy games that everybody plays? What was it?
I
can't.
Not sure.
There's two. There's a card game in Final Fantasy X and X2. There's a card game in Final Fantasy 8 and Fantasy 9. I'm not sure which one they based it off of though. The one I really enjoyed playing. The only one I really enjoyed playing was Final. That one was a lot of fun.
Final Fantasy.
So I did not like. I don't like Final Fantasy 8.
Oh, okay.
Has a really good card game. So
yeah, like at least that was enjoyable, unlike this. So, I'll put in one more just before we actually end which is the Payday, apparently from Kitty Payne. Now, this one is Guessing the Game from Payday 2 on PS3. Requires
Yep.
requires good RNG and a luck or a carry. Basically, you have to cut the wires in some alarm boxes, and if you cut the wrong one, you have to start all over again. Payday 2 stealth is not the best. Well, what do you think, TC? Yeah, you can vouch for this, right?
Yeah. If you get a carry from a good Payday 2 player like Kitty Payne or Natro or anyone like that, it's gonna be easy because they know what to do. But the good thing is that if someone has grenades, you can restart the mission by just killing yourself and your team. So it's trial and error really with the RNG, and just hope that someone has the grenade DLC with them.
Wait, the grenades.
Because if you don't,
the grenades are
Yeah,
DLC.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Oh God.
Okay.
If you don't have them, you just have to wait that the enemies kill you, and that can take a while.
Oh, that is an absolute blast. Literally. Oh well.
Yeah.
I think that wraps up the tricky trophy section then. Oh well, let's move on to our final stuff, which is any of you guys want to add up to what we've been doing on Discord and stuff?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Oh, go ahead,
Go
man.
ahead.
Go ahead, man. You're good, man. You got the trophy hunting league. Go right ahead.
Okay. All right. So yeah, on February 1st, we started our first trophy hunting league. It's basically we have teams of 3 try to get the most trophies they can in the entire month of February, and the results for the first week so far, we already got 4,158 trophies.
Jeez.
Between all the teams. Yeah, so the top 2 teams are the team I'm on is at 1273. And then we got Private Dan Hammer in second at 987. So those 2 teams are really fighting for first and second. And then from there, it's just we got 3 through 5th are pretty close, I would say.
Yep.
Third place, baby. Yeah, third place.
I'm at 7th.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I hope we can keep this pace up, and
I think-
I know there's a few teams that need to still register so that we can track their trophies.
Yeah, otherwise they won't count for the overall total, right?
Yes, correct.
Yep. So
Yeah, and then the MVP right now is David123. He has 662 trophies on his own.
What the hell?
And Void is in second with 518.
Jesus.
Wow. That guy needs a job.
Yeah.
Only people on this server I think will know the joke.
I'll be excited to update the leaderboard next week and see where it goes from there.
Okay. Anything else you want to add up before we move on to the ending and stuff? I think one of you guys were about to say something.
Punish?
Yeah, we posted our community trophy challenge for the month of January. Void ended up earning the most platinums for January. I will be posting a update on February for most platinums probably by the end of the week here. I'm already going to make a prediction here, but I'm guessing Void is at the top of that list. Again, thank you, Void. I appreciate it.
It's Void or David, yeah.
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 The next update I have is that we do have a new platinum board. This is not a challenge at all. This is just a channel showing how many trophies everybody has accumulated over their trophy hunting career, as I like to call it. So it's a short list right now. I probably got like 15 or 20 people up on that board. But if you guys are interested in having your name up there and showing your total trophies, just shoot me a PM with a picture of your trophy count, and I'll throw your name up on there. And this just gives everybody an opportunity to see where they're at with their fellow hunters, instead of having to go to everybody's separate PSNP trophy file or looking at your friends list and things like that. Then I also will be updating the yearly board. This will show you guys how many platinums have been earned to a yearly point, which will be give you guys another insight on where everybody's at and how you guys are doing and things like that too.
Yep.
So, and then I also have one more channel opened up. God, I'm managing a lot of channels. We also have a release channel now. At the very bottom of the page, if you scroll down, if you're on our Discord, if you scroll down to the bottom, I will be updating the PS4 releases as well. All our big games, all our indie games. Thank you, Void, for pointing out all the indie games for me. I'll probably be throwing up there like DLC and things like that in future posts. But instead of having to, go through the news or Google it or anything like that, you guys can just come to our Discord server, go to the very bottom, and you can check out when all the PS4 releases are coming out. And then you'll also be able to click on and see what the trophy lists and how many trophy each game has as well.
Okay. That sounds lovely. Oh, so when are you gonna get the Kingdom Hearts release right there? I wonder, do you have the placeholder already, or?
I don't have a placeholder for it. I'm gonna put like tentative 2018 and like Kingdom Hearts 3 right below it, and I'm gonna put a couple people's names right next to it just so they can keep looking at it. And I'm going to continuously ping everybody. You know who you are, over and over and over again, so you actually look at that release date.
You're relentless at this point.
Salt, people, salt. I love it. But no, everybody, you guys know who I'm talking about. I love all you guys. I really do. This is just making it more fun. That's all it really is. Just having a good time. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything.
Okay. Any more Discord updates? I think we have something else. Let me see. Besides the new channels up, the new things. Right, the anime streaming channel, which is Ratchet will be doing a anime streaming channel for anime fans of the server. If you're a Trophy fan and an anime fan, I think this is just for you. We'll be streaming favorite shows and movies from the anime server, and we'll be watching it, and we'll be posting our opinions elsewhere as a discussion. I think we made one more thing. No, I don't think. Wait. Do you actually want to congrat the people in January, or actually we already did it last episode, or not?
So yeah, we can go ahead and congratulate Sajak999 and Elite Pete for getting the rarest trophies of January. So you guys can keep going after those rarities. I know we just had one posted recently, which will be pretty awesome. And congratulations again to Void for having those platinums in January. And I think that is it in regards to updates and congratulating everybody.
Yep, I think that's everybody. Okay, so I think that's enough about updates on the Discord server itself. Let's end up with our plugs and where can people find us. So let's start off with actually TC. TC, where can people find you?
Just hit Just Monica up in Discord.
You must have a
T_crushed. Yeah, T_crushed on Twitter.
Perfect. Punish, where can people find you?
Alright guys, you can find me on Twitter. My tag is SSG_punish, just like as my screen name here on Discord. And then you guys can also find me here on the Discord server.
Yep. Nomad, now where people can find you? You're the most interesting of the bunch. You got something. You got something to plug in.
Oh, okay. All right. So I got Twitter at Nomad Dragon PSN, and then I got Twitch at Nomad Dragon, and then I also do dual streaming as well with some friends. So we do like plat trophy hunts like against each other. We just do like co-op, and then we do like just single player games side by side as well. And you can just find that link in my when you watch my stream. I'll put it in.
Okay, and I think that's everyone except me. So you can find me at Electronic at Twitter, and you can find all of us here at the the official server of the Trophy Trust podcast, which is the PlayStation Trophy Hunters. I think just before we end up, you can find us over here. You can join us at any time at the server itself. Link is always in the description down below. Remember, we also have a Patreon to pay support on our server costs with the actual podcast itself, so we can keep this show on the air. We also made something very interesting this week. You can find a new episode of the Classic Trophies, which is a new series we're actually joining up. That punish guest start with Claire and Dazil. Regarding towards the Metal Gear Solid 1, which basically makes a completely new list. You can hear it right now on YouTube and on SoundCloud with iTunes as well. And am I missing something else? Oh, and you can follow us on Twitter at the Trophy Trust Podcast, Trophy Trust Twitter account. And I think that's everything, right? Or am I missing something else?
Nope, I think you got it. I think you covered it, man.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I think you got everything.
Yep. Thanks everyone for listening, and I hope you guys have a great week. See ya next. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Later.
Bye.